America should not interfere with the development and administration of other countries because this leads to imperialism. Imperialism is defined as a policy of extending a country's powers and influence through diplomacy or military force. Those stronger nations take control over weaker countries to expand their country's power and for their resources. Imperialism leads to genocide, wars, slavery, and the endangerment of cultures and their languages. Once a country imperializes another country, many more follow. For example, when the British first imperialized China and found out all the natural resources and supplies China had, many other countries such as France, Japan, Germany, Russia, and many more countries imperialized China as well. This led the Chinese to start a war on the foreigners to try to regain control of their country. This was called the Boxer Rebellion. Another example of how imperialism leads to war is when countries such as Britain, France, Germany, Austria-Hungary, and other countries were trying to expand their economy, so they imperialized Africa to gain control over Africa's natural resources. During this process, those stronger countries enslaved Africans to gather the rich natural resources. The competition for Africa's land and resources was one of the reasons why World War I started. Why should we ever interfere with the development and administration of other countries if it leads to so many problems such as war and debt? In America, we already have so many problems. One of those problems is our financial debt. We wouldn't be able to support another war. The debt of the United States is $17 trillion, and the US has spent a total of $1.5 trillion in the war with Iraq and Afghanistan since 2001. The total amount of money we are spending on the war is increasing each day, which leads to an even more significant national debt. Imagine how much higher our national debt would be if we went into another war.
Imperialism leads to the endangerment of cultures and their languages. For example, when Columbus came and imperialized the Americas, it led to the endangerment of the Native Americans. When the Europeans came to the Americas, they brought their culture. The Europeans forced their religion upon the Native Americans, which destroyed the Native American culture. In addition, the Europeans brought many diseases such as smallpox, typhus, cholera, and measles, which kills thousands of Native Americans. The Talawa people, a Native American tribe, is a small group of Native Americans that were directly affected by the European imperialism. The Talawa people only has one speaker left who can speak their language. This is an example of what imperialism can do to another race. America should not interfere with the development and administration of other countries because it leads to imperialism. Imperialism leads to war, debt, enslavement of others, and the endangerment of cultures and their language.